Hey, Maddie. It's Craig and Jeff, obviously, and we apologize for not being able to be there this evening for this wonderful event. But you know, you've got two guys right here that are in the Hall of Fame because of you, my friend, and you understand that. You know that you've been you've made so many impressions and worked so many major things with so many great players, and we are so grateful for you. And I'm very grateful for the relationship and friendship that we've had over the 30-something years. And you know, Mary and the kids and everybody, congratulations tonight. Enjoy the event, and you're a Hall of Fame, my brother.
Way to go, Maddie. Congratulations, man. Well deserved. Such a big part of both of our careers. I think Craig hit it on the head talking about relationships. It's more than just baseball. What you brought to us in your friendship and love is very, very well appreciated. Enjoy the night tonight. Deserve everything you get. One thing I always remember you used to tell me when we got off the field was you either told me I stunk or you did good, kid. This time you did good, kid. So nice job, Maddie. Congratulations.
Have fun, everybody. Congratulations, everybody else on the dais also.
Exactly.
Have a good time.
Meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really socking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York town.
Robinson has not had the ball out of the infield. Grounded to short, fouled out, grounded to third. Straight away for him in the outfield. And there's a drive to right center. Swoboda comes up with it. Retired to third. Here comes Frank Robinson. The game is tied. Ron Swoboda making another sensational catch for the Mets. Frank Robinson, the old veteran, they're going to appeal at third that Robinson left too quickly. But Frank Robinson, here's a grab. Look at that, Lindsey.
Beautiful catch by Ron Swoboda.
All right, fans. We're in the top of the ninth inning. The Mets have a one-run lead on the Baltimore Orioles, Game 4 of the 1969 World Series. Ron Swoboda is in right field. Brooks Robinson is the hitter. Boog Powell's on first base, and Frank Robinson's the runner at third with nobody out. Receiver, pitching. Low outside fastball hit hard to right center field. Here comes Swoboda out of nowhere. Nowhere. He's made the most incredible catch in World Series history. Holy cow, Frank Robinson has tagged up and scored the tying run from third, but you just witnessed one of the great plays in World Series history. Any good?
Has anybody ever asked you?
No.
How cool was that? No, that is...
Oh, the butcher and the baker and the people on the streets, where do they go? To meet the Mets! Oh, they're hollering and cheering and they're jumping in their seats. Where do they go? To meet the Mets! All the fans are true to the orange and blue, so hurry up and come on down, 'cause we got ourselves a ball club, the Mets of New York town. Give 'em a yell! Give 'em a hand! And let 'em know you're rooting in the stand. Come on and meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed knocking those home runs over the wall. East side,
Number 1, Billy Martin.
Young Billy Martin, Yankee second baseman, steps into the batter's box. The line gets set. There's the pitch, and Martin drills a hard drive through the box into center field for his 12th base hit. Bauer scores with a winning run to give the New York Yankees the World Series.
I never wanted to manage. It was never in my mind to manage. I thought I could play all my life, like all players do. I played under the greatest, Casey Stengel, and I just listened to him and listened and watched how he managed each player, how he used every player just a little bit differently.
Praise from Billy's own manager, Casey Stengel, was unabashed. Billy had played for Casey in the minors at Oakland, and it was there that they became close. While Casey was Billy's mentor, Mickey Mantle and Whitey Ford were his constant companions. The trio had fame and success, and for a couple of years, their late-night romps in New York were the stuff of clubhouse legend.
Billy and I, for some reason, hit it off pretty good. I think probably after the first workout, he was in the next locker to me, and I said, do you drink beer, Billy? And he said, yes. So we went and had a beer, and we hit it off pretty good.
We used to tease each other about whose liver was going to go first, mine or his. With Billy, all of a sudden it just happens, and you're not quite ready for it, you know.
I never had any aspirations of being a manager. Then I found out right off the bat, in order to be a successful manager, you can't be afraid to make a mistake. You got to be aggressive. You got to force the opposition to make physical and mental mistakes. And I wasn't afraid to do these things. I wasn't afraid to live and die in my own conviction.
Billy always liked to give a no-name or a long shot a chance. Every spring he would take somebody that played A-ball the year before and they made the team, just to give somebody a chance like that.
He did a lot of things to create excitement. You know, he didn't wait for something to happen. He made something happen. You know, he was trying to make things happen that would allow the other ball club to make mistakes.
He would always surprise opposition, and if you weren't on your toes, he could always steal a ball game.
Billy took young kids and made them win, forced them to win, scared them to win, say, and gave them pride in themselves and playing.
Oh, he showed the whole team about stealing home. That was probably the first time I knew about stealing home place. Didn't even know what stealing home was all about. I didn't even think you should steal home or was it legal to steal home. So Billy Martin, he took us all out and he taught us how to get a jump to steal home, how to time a pitcher.
Billy just hates to lose. Mistakes, most managers say mental mistakes, they drive you nuts, and Billy just didn't tolerate that.
Losing is a very tough pill to swallow. I've never been able to swallow it.
When we got back into the stadium in '76 and Billy's first full year as a manager, that's when we started winning.
He was always a step ahead, seemingly of the other manager, and he would always find a way to beat you. And a lot of managers don't have that quality, I don't think.
I think as managers go that I've seen in 17 years of baseball, as being an owner, I've never met a guy any better, just off the top of his head, out of his hip pocket, at knowing what to do and how to put the pressure on the other team.
I think one of the bigger mistakes I probably made was the last year he was managing for me, making the change. Because I think if he'd have stayed there that year, we'd have won it.
A lot of the things that are talked about Billy is Billy and George's fights are Billy off the field, and I think the thing that's not mentioned enough is the kind of job that Billy does on the field, and that's what the players appreciate.
Everyone has their own idea of what Billy was like. Most people think all he did was fight. That's not true. Off the field, he was one of the best I've ever seen with kids.
Billy Martin, I never saw him walk by a kid. I never saw him ask for a nickel for anything, and he'd sit there signing 10, 15, 20 minutes. One of the guys would brush past kids. That's the side of Billy not enough people saw. He cared. He cared. I know my family. He'd come and he'd sit down by the corner of the dugout, and when my wife and my kids were sitting there, he'd say, "Can I get you a pop?" And he's getting ready to manage the game, or iced tea or whatever. They never forgot that about Billy. He was a very, very kind and considerate guy. Once in a while, like so many great athletes and ball players, tough guys, he'd go out and have a few belts, and it would turn him, you know, and those times were bad. But the good on balance with the bad, hey, no contest. He was so much more good on things that really count to me that he never really got credit for. 2 days, 3 days before the accident, the fateful day, he came down here to read the night before Christmas to 2,000 underprivileged kids. We had a concert at the hall, big, with the symphony orchestra. And everybody wondered. They wanted Billy Martin reading, you know, the night before Christmas. He brought the house down. He was tremendous. Billy was the heart and spirit of the Yankees as far as I was concerned. He epitomized what I wanted to put in to the Yankees, that fiery brand of baseball to captivate New York.
Being a Yankee was the ultimate blue stock. General Motors, General Steel, whatever you want to call it at one time or another. I'd rather be a Yankee and be the President of the United States.
Young Billy Martin fires into the first pitch for a home run into the left field stand. This ends the inning for the Dodgers with the score still 4-2 Yankees. 4 games to 3 in a classic series with baseball.
I'm not intimidated. As far as I'm concerned, he won enough. Well, that's good enough for me. Okay. But sometimes get some help on it too, all right? All right. That's all.
But I guess I'm here not so much to speak for myself as to simply represent the millions of baseball-loving kids who grew up in the 50s and 60s and for whom Mickey Mantle was baseball. And more than that, he was a presence in our lives, a fragile hero to whom we had an emotional attachment so strong and lasting that it defied logic. Mickey often said he didn't understand it, this enduring connection and affection, otherwise perfectly sensible, who went dry in the mouth and stammered like schoolboys in the presence of Mickey Mantle.
Like the corners of my mind, misty watercolor memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories may be beautiful, and yet what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember. Whenever we remember the way we were, the way
Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 1, Billy Martin. Number 1.
Number 7, Mickey Mantle.
You know, a lot of people think Billy and I argue all the time. Actually, we agree on just about everything, right, Bill?
Yeah, you betcha, George.
We even drink the same beer.
Light beer from Miller. Light's got a third less calories than the regular beer, and it's less filling.
And the best thing is it tastes so great.
No, George, the best thing is less filling.
No, Bill, it tastes great.
Less filling, George.
Billy, it tastes great.
Less filling, George.
Billy?
Yeah, George.
You're fired.
Oh, not again.